Mama, don't you worry about your daughter, 'cause you're leaving her in real good hands. I'm a real good man. My name is Gregory Porter, and I rock jazz. It's a long, interesting, convoluted story about, recording with Hubert Laws. And when I was recording with Hubert, his sister came in, Eloise Laws, the great vocalist, jazz vocalist. And she mentioned to me, she's like, I'm doing this play, and they're going to be having auditions for a role that might be kind of good for you. So I, on her suggestion, auditioned for the show. And they picked me right on the spot, and they actually chose the song that I auditioned with. They actually chose it and put it in the musical as well. Yeah, and that was exciting. And initially there was no thoughts of it going to Broadway. You don't say a year out, oh yeah, this will be good enough to go to Broadway. We ended up touring the show around the country for 9 months, and then some Broadway producers saw the show and they took it to Broadway. And I had a great, amazing time, just night after night, extraordinary audiences. One night, Sammy Davis Jr.'s mother came. She came backstage, and she gave the blessing to the entire cast, but picked me out specifically. And I remember her pointing her finger in my chest. She's like, you keep doing what you're doing. You got something. You keep doing what you're doing. I was like, and that was such precious taps, you know. I was like, this is coming from a woman who knows, and for me, that was better than any review from the New York Times or that's Sammy Davis Jr.'s mama, you know. So, I absolutely would do it again. In a funny way, theater and doing musicals kind of kept me away from recording, because I would go to concentrate on writing and trying to find the money to get into the studio, and it was another theater job would come along to pay the bills, and so that actually kept happening for the better part of 8 years, 9 years, when I was really thinking and really wanting to record. I could have done both, but in order to do it properly, in order to get the proper promotion, in order to, I was looking for a record deal, and I found it elusive. And but I actually did a play that I wrote, Nat King Cole and Me, the story of Nat King Cole, how I came to Nat's music in the absence of my father. And after I did that play, I felt like I had, I was like, okay, I did like a nice meaty thing in theater. Let me sit theater down for a moment, and really pursue, this recording dream that I had. And that's what I did. I really started immersing myself into, my love that had been going on for 20 years, with jazz. And I finally, recorded my album. I, met the record label, Motema, and we gave birth to Water. So it was a great experience, and I love theater. And at some point, I will, do it again. But, I'm quite enjoying this music. No, actually. Actually, no. No, actually, it's been fun. This is an interesting thing. How sometimes just like ignorance can be, ignorance is bliss. When you don't know what you are supposed to do and you don't know what you're not supposed to do, there can be a freedom in that. There can be a freedom in not knowing what a Grammy nomination means. I have a humility that was instilled in me from my mother. Humble yourself and you'll be exalted. exalt yourself and you'll be debased. And that sticks with me. So, I don't, walk into a room and say, don't you know I'm Gregory Porter, Grammy nominated? But really, I really am just Gregory Porter trying to sing my, simple songs. And, I really just am trying to be me. I'm not trying to, bowl the world over. If I do, then really great. But I'm really just trying to sing this music and trying to be honest and organic musically. Now, the fact that I go and see different music acts and they've heard of me, I think that's pretty cool. Erykah Badu and Questlove, they tweet and they tweeted about me, and that's cool. That's dope to me. I was like, I've been loving their music for a long time. But having those people, know me, have heard some of my songs, maybe have my record, that's always like very interesting to me. Christian McBride had my record, and it's like, he loved my Water, he loved it. And, he's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next album. That's really interesting to me. That's cool to me. That the fellowship of musician, and I'm now fellowshipping with musicians that I've idolized for many years. So, yeah, it's great. Maybe the marker for that, I think, may be in the sales or in I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a wider, larger view to say whether jazz is alive or is dead. For me, it's alive, and like the tradition that I'm thinking about and the tradition that I'm trying to draw from is alive, and we just have to be thoughtful as musicians, as a community. We have to go and look because it's there. The DNA that creates Sarah Vaughan and Dinah Washington and Etta Jones and Andy Bay and Leon Thomas. The DNA that exists for that is still there. It just has to be cultivated. I literally don't mean DNA. I really don't mean, I just mean the voices are there, and it has to be encouraged. It has to, and it goes both ways. It's the artist and the community. Just the community who loves good music has to, seek out and be wiser to find the people that are really trying to, preserve the art form. So, yeah. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try.